You. I want to thank you for being loyal, for being you, for putting yourself first and wanting to learn more and letting healthy happen. Thank you for being loyal. Thank you for being a member. And I'm really hoping that you get the value out of this podcast and all of the amenities that come with it. There will be more, I promise. As of right now, it is the behind the scenes action of what I go through, what others have gone through in my programs. And I thank you for wanting to have me share that with you. Because without those experiences and without those conversations, without all that, there is no coaching practice. Without all that, there is no practice. Without all of that, there is no broader spectrum for you to get perspective on other things that may not necessarily be an issue for you, but it could be the light that you're looking for without actually saying it, without actually coming out and saying, let me just go through a course with you. But you can do this on your own and you can actually laugh with me and you can cry with me and make fun of other things with me. And just in general, just making an espresso coffee for the people that come to my house and just spend time with me. That quality is really something that fuels me up. And so to be here talking with you every week, sometimes every other week, or even once a month, it's something that really is fun for me. And I love to host you. And if I could, I would have you in my presence. So eventually in the future, a retreat would be nice to have, just FYI. And if I am a person that you resonate with, comment with me, reach out to me because I want to know from you. I want to hear you. I want to know who you are. So let's have a conversation, let's dialogue, and I'm really happy that you're here. So sit back and enjoy. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being so loyal, and I hope you really enjoy it. Have fun with it and share. So, what happened when Yovi and her family PCS for the first time, summer of 2022? And how did she feel about not working full time and solely being in her business? And what happened to her business? In this episode, you will get to have a backstage listen on what happened this summer. Enjoy. Hola, hola, hola. Hello, hello. Do you know how much growth happened this year? Oh my gosh. So I'm very happy to be here with you always and forever, but for sure today, because I want to showcase all of what has happened this whole year with my business, with my coaching practice. We started off with being the Finding Me Mommy, and now we are just Iovanna Chase Coaches. And I say we because you are also included. Okay, and I want to appreciate and send so much thank you to you. I am so happy and gracious that you have been loyal with me in this whole entire journey that started in May of 2019. So, yeah, wow, can we just soak that in? Oh. So when I first started in 2019, I like ramped it up and I started my LLC and I started helping out moms of the military. And then I started realizing that a lot of my clientele are now veterans, veteran women who were empty nesters or who have been postmenopausal and who have gone through grief. And then as we evolved, I started helping men because men were coming to me saying, "Hey, I really am struggling with my relationships or my weight, my diabetes, things like this." So, all of this has really evolved and it's been so beautiful. Parenting in and of itself, everyone has done some type of parenting, whether you've been an older sibling and you've taken care of your younger siblings, or just really truly being a mom or a dad and or a grandparent. So, wow, that's really like the common denominator. The reason why over the summer of 2020, when we moved across country in our RV, we had a PCS move. You guys know that, permanent change of station, moved due to the military. We had been in Tennessee for 12 years. Yeah, whole years. I say whole because we pretty much left 3 months before we were going to be 12 anyway. Um, we did end up traveling Kentucky, Illinois, Missouri, Colorado, like all the beautiful western states. Now we're in Washington state, and in the middle there, I transitioned from the Finding Me Mommy, which I really found myself after becoming a mom, and that's why I started off helping military moms. Um, but then I realized, and I haven't told a lot of you this, but I was getting contacted by males who had a little bit more psychological traumas due to their moms. And so they were asking me if I could help. And to be honest, if they have a goal that's beyond the trauma, yes, I can help. But the trauma really does need to be, identified and uh, served in compromise with a psychologist, a professional licensed counselor, psychiatrist. So I noticed that a lot more were coming to me with that in mind, and I just could not, I didn't have the heart for saying, yes, I could help you when I really can't legally help you. So I decided to change my name to Iovanna Chase Coaches because I like, guess what? That's who I am. That's what I do. So thank you so much for rolling with the punches and figuring out all of this with me because I really did go through a struggle this summer trying to figure out, oh, do I want to close my business? Do I just want to make this like a side gig, or do I still want to make this like my priority? And the universe just answered me, and I came to realize that yes, this is my priority. This is my business. This is what I am here to do in life, and I'm here to serve you and really help make those breakthroughs happen in a healthy way and realize when the burnouts are happening. So, thank you so much for being loyal there with me. So, as I started before, it was just coaching. I started off doing 3 month coaching. That was it. And then I had my little YouTube channel, which only has like 5 or 6 episodes. It kind of stopped right after COVID, which is going to be expanding. Most of my podcasts will be transferred over to my YouTube channel as well. So if you take a look under the show notes, you'll see the link for my YouTube channel and you can check it out. See some of my former stuff. I have to share with you what is going on, right? Because maybe you have a passion that you would like to make a reality and haven't really had the motivation or the strength to. So hopefully, with the intention that I have, I can propel that to you and help you gain that confidence to start something that's brewing there, that's been talking to you and screaming, hey, I want to do this. I want to do this. So hopefully you get to do something like this or whatever else you want to do, which is what I'm getting to next. Just coaching, YouTube channel, social media. It wasn't until this summer when I decided to change everything that I really jumped all in and said, whoa, I benefited after school from having my own coach, and I had broken that for a little bit. So I didn't have motivation that came from an exterior source. I had motivation that came from me, and that was good for a while, and that is super supporting. I support myself for not having anyone for a while. And then I decided, well, maybe I do need someone now. So I hired my own coach, and she happens to be a career coach who also has a podcast. And so she was doing this whole 3-month program on how to start your own podcast. And so, hey, I said, why not? Why not? So I just decided, okay, let's go all in with that. So I did. I started my own podcast. So if you are listening and actually clicked on here, this email, and is listening to this and want to be featured on my podcast as an interviewee, actually, and want to share your story with others, or even just want to be on a podcast, I have some specific questions that I do ask just to keep it structured and at the 45-minute mark. So please message me back. I would love to talk with you and possibly interview you on the podcast, and to share with the world your story. And so I will be launching that January of this coming year, 2023. Super, super stoked. Super stoked. And what else? Started that podcast. I started a little bit more emails, started doing stories and reels because this year that stuff just exploded. I did start doing a TikTok, but then I realized that, whoa, 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 too much, just me doing all of this. And the reason why I got into health and life coaching was to be present in my kids' lives. So, yeah, if I'm doing all of that stuff, then I'm not present in their lives. And yes, they are both at full time in school. And that's where I get the majority of my stuff done. But I also am a wellness coach for Humana Wellness, who is actually really, really good, because during the summer, if you guys follow me, you knew that I was like back and forth with the whole Humana thing. Like, do I really want to work for Humana, or do I want to work full time with my business, right? Well, it turns out that Humana actually supports my business. And they have a branch of the military called Salute, Humana Salute, and they do a lot of volunteer opportunities. So if you are in the Louisville, Kentucky area and the Cincinnati area, Ohio, and you would like to volunteer with Humana and their Salute program, go for it. Um, That's a very good opportunity. I'm trying to get them to come up here in Washington State. So hopefully you'll see me doing some stuff with them here. And I'm very honored to have this opportunity to not only work for a corporate company, but also do what I love doing, which is helping the military and coaching. Oh my goodness. It's like the world and the universe is aligning. And I'm so happy and I'm so thankful. And what are you thankful for this 2022? Because I'm so thankful for you following me this whole journey. I'm thankful for my what I do, what I've been called here on this earth to do, to serve you in a more positive way. Maybe something that you're not used to, and hopefully I'm like a beacon of light in your life. So thank you for keeping me around, and message me sometimes, because I miss you, right? I moved. Most of you are in Tennessee and Kentucky and have moved all over the world since then. So let me know where you're at. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Iovanna Chase Coaches. Okay, you will find that in this. There's a link to my social media, so definitely go add me, and I'll see where you guys are and everything. I'm very excited. I want to see the babies. I know when I first started, you guys had babies, newborns. I had a dream the other night that I saw one of my kids that I used to do therapy with for when I was a behavioral technician. I had a dream that I saw him again, and it was just the joy that I could feel in my dream was just surreal. And I saw his mom in my dream too. So I pray that they're doing well. I'm so hoping that they are. And so yeah, let me know how you're doing. Let me see pictures of those babies. Now they're not babies anymore, but they will always be babies. Just like mine. Oh goodness, so much change. Now, despite all the social media stuff, the other change that happened was my mental shifts. I've had so many breakthroughs during the summer alone, and it was mainly induced by, do I want this to be my full-time gig? Do I want this to be what I sought out for? And yes, yes it was. Yes it was. And so I've made that mindset shift, and I made it to where I would say it over and over and over again, what type of coach I am, who I serve, what I want to do as being a coach. Like, who am I as a person? Do I want to be a coach all the time, or do I want to have that break and have that fun and have that, or do I want to walk the walk and talk the talk, right? And really, I've been able to balance that out this summer. I've been able to really just take a deep breath and just let it all fall into place. Oftentimes, we want to control all of it, and just learning to not control it. I've been able to do that too, and let it melt away all those worries that I've had. So, yeah, I want to do that with you. If that is something that you need in your life, is just not control it so much. Maybe you need a coach too. Maybe. Now, my coach is amazing. She is very reasonably priced too. Um, Kathy Heller. She has her favorite, very famous podcast, and she is a book writer, and she's working on her next book. So I'm so thankful for her as well, and her team, because they're very motivating and super kind. I mean, I don't think, I mean, just being a coach and working in the corporate field, I have been able to surround myself by compassionate, uplifting, grounded people. And I just thank God for them. I really do, because working outside of being a coach, it is so stressful, first of all. Not those those bosses are high up there, but they're not grounded. They don't even know what they need or what they're doing to survive. Like, honestly, but if you find that one piece of you that you can really truly connect with and be just calm and centered, everything from that state can be healthy. Go figure. And it won't be like you're on a hamster wheel, or it won't be like you have to feel this pressure from your higher ups, or you don't have to give this pressure to your subordinates. It is so refreshing. And I just, if you don't get coached, become a coach, because, oh my God, it is life changing. Anyway, I have so much information that I would love to share with you, but that is my other thing, is that I'm creating this podcast. So join the podcast, listen to it, follow it. That way you know when each episode is coming out, and then share it. There are so many military spouses and active duty and veterans that need positivity in their life. And I don't care how many people told me that I'm too happy. I probably kill like my pets when I go home after work or something. No, 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 no. That's just their reflection on what they want me to do, or they want to do. They wish they could. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. No, no, no. Happiness is my gift, I guess you could say. I thank my parents for that. I thank God for that. and I want to share it with you. So I have to explain that whole killing the pets thing. So I used to work for Home Depot. I was a cashier, and oh my God, I would be smiling my whole shift, my whole 8-hour shift. Even when I was off break, when I was on break, I would go to the back, I'd get my lunch, blah, blah, blah. Man, the guys and the girls, like, they'd be like, why are you so happy? You probably kill pets in your when you go home, don't you? You're, like, putting on this front that, you're just so happy, but you're really not, you're, like, depressed, and I'm like, "Thanks for that, but no, I actually am pretty happy." The traumas that I've had were school induced. Their teachers, things like that, and it wasn't physical, it wasn't, abusive, sexually, nothing like that, so thankfully, I am not one of or 1 out of 4 people who've been sexually abused. I'm hoping that we can be a sunshine and an array of optimism just for this few minutes that we are together. Becoming a coach has given me the opportunity to be so aware of what comes out of my mouth, what comes into my brain, how I'm acting, who I'm talking to, setting those healthy boundaries and why, and preparing for a situation that may or may not be ideal. So all of these things are going to be coming up in the podcast. So should, if you are willing to talk, not so much into the trauma, but just talk about if it happened during being in the military as a child or as a spouse or as a even as a veteran or anything like that. I want to bring light to that. I also want to help you to find another outlet to healthy to move not move on but to help you to survive just a little bit longer. Does that make sense? And it doesn't have to be sexually abused, it could be emotionally abused, it could be um, it doesn't even have to be that intense. It can be as much as, oh, yeah, military, the negative, whatever. At the end of each interview, I want to turn it around and make it a positive. So hopefully we could get to do that together. And that will be pre taught before the interviews anyway. There will be opportunities to become laser coached. And I also, on top of the podcast, have a behind the scenes membership where we talk like this, but you are included in this conversation. So I'll be seeing you, you'll be seeing me. And in there, we can talk about being laser coached. We can talk about anything that you're dealing with that day. There is a small fee to that, though. That is what has evolved from my coaching practice this year. And I'm so thankful. Again, just to recap, we changed names, we created a podcast. We have a behind the scenes group, membership group, and still coaching. Now we are 3 months, oh, excuse me, in a year. So we have all that. And then I have my own app that I've transitioned to. I no longer use Google Meets or what was the other one that I used to use? I used to just be over the phone, guys. um, Yeah. So what was the other one? I don't even remember. I think it was always Google. No, it was something else. I don't remember now. Anyway, um, it was Google Meets last year, and then I transitioned it over to Better Practice because they are more clinical. They have opportunities where we can message each other from there. I can send you the notes for our program. I mean, our session. I can send you documents, I can send you forms, and then within those forms, you can actually um, submit them digitally. You can write on them digitally. You can save them. So we have evolved very, very much, and I am uh, still in the process of continuing to be more consistent with my emails. And I think that this is going a little bit longer than expected. So forgive me. But I wanted to show you that life is a continuum. And that is the first thing that we learn in becoming a coach is life is ever changing. It is never still. There's always a vibration. Even within the smallest electrical current, there is a vibration. And the water that you see is always moving, whether you see it or not. The trees are always moving. The floor around you, if you've ever been into a high skyrise building, you feel that it's like actually moving. So things are never still. So if you want something so badly and you want to control it so badly that you want it to just stay still, sorry guys, not going to happen. We have to learn to go with the flow. Go with the flow. Even if you have your own business and you want it to be a certain way, I actually coached on this before we left, before we moved, is that, you know, brand changing, it doesn't have to just do with your name. Not the design of your brand, nothing like that. It depends on who you are coming into the business or evolving from your business. Same with your family. Those traditions, as much as we want to hold on to them, we can, absolutely. But there are growth changes that happen. Uh, let's say with the children that are born into the family, they have their own personalities. And now with technology has kind of stopped a lot of communication and face to face, things like that. So, ever changing life, we have to go with the flow. And I am here to share with you what has happened with the coaching practice. And now we're going into this beautiful uh, new transition. And I want to share it with you all. So, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions about what you've heard today, please reach out, connect with me, share this. Go to my website, iovannachase.com, and just see if there's anything that interests you there. Okay? Have a blessed holiday season and a new year, and I will talk to you next year. Thank you so much.